You to get it's early days yet, so just about 5 minutes to that time where the polls, people can start voting. But yes, here in Lagos, we've since been joined by Dr. Omolola Omotesho, who is the project director, Solidarity Action Network. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
And Gimba is also here. Gimba, what's going on the road at the moment?
You know, getting here from first of all, good morning, everyone, and those watching us in Nigeria. Of course, it's election day, and those watching us outside of Nigeria. Getting to work was a little bit of a challenge because the checkpoints, as Shewin was just telling us now, the checkpoints are just so. Every other junction you get to, there's a checkpoint. And this is in the Bega area of Lagos. And I encountered the army, and they just needed some kind of verification to see that I'm on election, part of the election duty process. So thankfully, I had my, what Sean was highlighting yesterday during this stint on the show, the vest, the shiny vest, the lemon green vest. Yeah, the reflective jacket. So I had that, and it still took a little bit of convincing before they said, okay, he can now pass. But I like the way and the prudence that they use to, you know, scrutinize whoever it is. I had my PVC with me, and so they had to verify that as well, just physical verification.
Just they have cartridges there?
But they just had to look at it. They just had to look at it.
Shocking.
Yeah. Okay, it is actually, because that was what I had at the time only. I didn't have my ID card. As you know, we've gone digital now, so you use the temperature hearing channels to identify yourself and get into the premises. But just driving to work, I could see how early the INEC officials were setting up as various polling. At least I came across about four PUs, and see that they were already setting up the tents and having their chairs all set out, having some kind of equipment. I suspect those would be the sensitive equipment that are inside some brown boxes, and it looks very, very nice. And one thing also, there were also aged people. I noticed there were more aged people already there with the INEC officials getting ready to vote.
It's interesting because the same thing happened in Taraba State on Twitter. Faisal here says, election materials and officials arrived to Reki B polling unit 007 in Jalingo, Taraba at around 7:35 a.m. while voters are on ground since 4 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, but we also need to let the people know that much as they're going out today, yes, the military are already on the streets. People don't need to be discouraged because, you know, you have people who, when they see the first check, if they see the second, they may feel, what is all this? Then they go back. So they need to hang in there. They will be there to check you. So we hope that they don't delay people.
But they also need to let those on the road know that people can come through. This is not a ban.
Yeah,
it's a restriction. So if people cannot get to where they're going to vote, then there's going to be a problem.
Yes.
And they're really first looking, because I experienced it as well. And despite the fact that, you know, we were in the Channel's vehicle and all that, they still kept us for a while. So they should understand that people need to get to where they are to vote. So the PVC should be enough verification. I mean, if you're supposed to vote in Lagos Island, you would need to get there. So if you show that, that should be enough.
Yes, if you have your PVC, that should be enough for people to really go, because they're going to vote. But time is of essence. It starts by 8 and closes in a particular time. So all of those need to be factored in while they're going. But let's go to our correspondent. He's in the field. Don't forget, today we'll be bringing you a lot about what's happening out there. Larry Lasisi also in the field. Larry, what's going on today?
Well, good morning, gentlemen. A lot. It's almost 8 a.m. here in Yola. We're in Yola North at Ajia 012 polling unit, where the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party is expected to vote. And I can tell you that as early as 6 o'clock this morning, we already had some voters who had come out ready. And by 6:30, 6:37, the ad hoc staff of the Electoral Commission arrived and started setting up. And you can see behind me here, everything appears to have been set up. I can tell you it wasn't like this when we got here this morning. And then you also notice the unique squeeze of a space we have here. They're managing it, trying to walk around it, still put up the registration where people can check and see their names before they come. I also have behind me what do you call it? We have agents here. We have the ad hoc staff themselves. We have the voters here. We have accredited observers here. And I should tell you, the press were here very early before even the ad hoc staff. So everything appears set. We're just waiting for the magic hour, 8 o'clock, when voting proper should start. And then I think we'll kick off here. And I should also tell you, Chamberlain, the report I'm hearing from other places is that in Yola is that the ad hoc staff got to their points on time. Mubi in other places in Yola not. So it appears across from our own reports, everything arrived when it should, and they're getting ready and should start off at 8 a.m.
Okay, Larry, so for those who will be on their way to get to where they're going to vote, so just explain a little further. Now, we see that there are some posters or papers pasted on the wall. What are they supposed to do with that? And then secondly, the band that separates people, what is that? What's the purpose of that?
Okay, well, if I heard you correctly, those sheets you have there, that's a duplicate copy of the register, voters register. Now, to make the process simple, you're expected to, when you come, just as you can see some people going behind there, you check your name, also check your number, so that by the time you come to the ad hoc staff, you just tell them, this is my number, and it makes it easier for them to go through the list they have and pick you out, which makes the process faster. It also helps that you know you are here and you are not in the wrong polling unit, and if you can't find your name there, it saves time, the time of everyone, and even the process that you quickly know you're not here, and you can quickly
Larry,
find
we'll come
where
back to
your
you.
correct polling unit is.